Hey everybody, welcome to another Q&A Wednesday here on Jessica Smith TV. Now today's question is a great one and one I often get asked. And Courtney Hope wrote me and she asked me on Instagram, how can I keep myself motivated when I don't feel like I'm seeing any results? Well, Courtney, don't give up hope. This is a common question and something a lot of people struggle with, especially when starting or getting back to an exercise plan. So here's some of my advice. First and foremost, I'd recommend stashing the scale for a while. Here's why. Usually when you're referring to results, most people are talking about weight loss. And the truth is there's probably tons of results going on in your body that you just can't see yet. Those things can include internal changes like gaining muscular strength, changing your body composition. You may be reducing your body fat and replacing it with more lean muscle. You may be gaining cardiovascular stamina, endurance. You're probably gaining more flexibility, more range of motion, maybe even more balance and coordination. And all of those things don't show up when you step on the scale. So it's really important not to get too over-focused on the scale or even how your clothes may be fitting. Now it's very common when somebody starts working out that they may even feel their clothes getting a little bit tighter, maybe even seeing the scale go up. Don't panic if that's happening to you. As long as you're eating healthy and you're exercising regularly, you will eventually see results. Now it's really important to note that some people, when they start exercising, they actually overcompensate unknowingly most of the time with extra calories. So just be sure that you're not using that I burned it, I earned it excuse and eating all the calories back that you may have burned during your workout and maybe even then some. Another reason I recommend ditching the scale is because your weight can fluctuate so much. I remember I was writing this article for Shape magazine online and I interviewed a fantastic exercise physiologist, Jeff Dolgan, who works at Canyon Ranch here in Miami Beach. Now he mentioned that it's totally normal for your scale weight to fluctuate by as much as 10 pounds due to your body's water composition. So one of the quotes that he gave us for this article, and I'm going to include the link below in case you want to read the whole thing, but he said water makes up approximately 65 to 90% of a person's weight, and variation in water content of the human body can move the scale by 10 pounds or more from day to day. And this is one of the main reasons that diuretics are so popular, because they just flush the water out of your system, which results in a short-term weight loss, but they don't actually change your body composition in any way. And I mentioned earlier that sometimes your workout can actually cause that number on the scale to go up, and there's a reason behind this too. Again, Jeff Dolgan says, a person's scale mass is a combination of muscle, fat, bone, the brain and neural tract, connective tissue, blood, lymph, intestinal gas, urine, and even the air that we carry in our lungs. Immediately after a workout, the percentage of mass in each of these categories can shift as much as 15%. So intense workouts can cause variability on the scale due to factors like hydration, inflammation from muscle damage repair, which is called delayed onset muscle soreness, and even the amount of intestinal byproduct or urine and blood volume, he says. So again, don't panic if you see the scale going up after a workout, but also don't get too excited if you see it going down afterwards, because that loss could just simply be water that you've lost in sweat. So recommendation number one to keep you motivated, stash the scale for a while. It's not really going to give you an accurate picture of the results that are actually happening in your body. And a lot of times we're really, looking for things to happen immediately. These changes are not going to happen within days of you starting an exercise plan. They're going to happen slowly but steadily. And if you stay committed to your plan, over time, you're going to eventually start to see the results, but chances are you're going to feel them internally first. So another thing that can really help you stay motivated is finding workouts that you enjoy. I find that people who lose the motivation to work out are typically trying to force themselves to follow a plan that may just be something they're not enjoying. It might be too intensive or too restrictive for their needs. So while every workout can't be a party, it's certainly important to find movement that you absolutely enjoy doing, so that on those certain days when you're really just feeling like you're low in motivation and inspiration to get moving, you have that go-to workout or plan that really gets you excited about moving and feeling energized. Another thing that can really be helpful along your journey is to stay in touch with your body's natural ebb and flow of energy. So what that means is that we all experience days where we're feeling a little bit more lethargic, a little bit more low energy, and that may not be the day that you want to tackle that really intense HIIT workout. Instead, maybe you want to honor your body's natural need for some restoration with some gentle yoga, some stretching, some walking, whatever you feel that might help you restore that energy level, so that maybe the next day you're gonna wake up full of energy and ready to try that harder, more intense workout. This is also really something that's important for women who are going through their monthly cycle. Now there's gonna be times of the month that, based on your cycle, you're gonna have more energy and you're gonna feel like tackling those more intensive workouts, and go with it. You know, use that natural energy surge that you're getting and tackle those more intensive things then. There's gonna be those days when you're feeling low energy, you have cramps, you have low back pain, and go with that too. You know, keep your body moving, but don't try to do some intense weight training session that day. Maybe you want to do something more gentle, more stretching, and stay tuned. We're going to be releasing in a few weeks a specific workout that's designed to help you during that time of the month. Finally, my last tip, Courtney, is to really focus on the bigger picture. Losing weight can be a great reason to start an exercise plan, but it shouldn't be your only one. You really want to think about all the other reasons to get your body moving, including improving your health, staying energized, being able to keep up with your kids, you know, doing all of the things that you love to do on a daily basis. Make losing weight one of your goals, but not your only focus. You know, I'll never forget, this really kind of got hammered home for me one day when I was taking my usual walk, and I'll admit I have those days where I wish I could lose 5 to 10 more pounds, and I was thinking about that as I was walking, and I looked up and I saw this man who was struggling to take a step forward, and I don't know what his story was, I don't know what he had been through, but it was obvious that he was determined to keep walking, and so he just took his time and slowly put one foot in front of the other, and it just made me think, you know, it's important not to focus on those silly little things like losing 5 to 10 more pounds or the cellulite on my thighs. It's really about being grateful for what my body does for me every day. Being grateful for the fact that I can actually come out here and walk these 3 miles without having to struggle to just put one foot in front of the other. So I think it's really also important to keep that perspective as you go through your workouts, and look for those things that you really enjoy doing, but don't only think, oh, I'll be happy when I lose that weight, or I'll be happy when I fit into that certain size. Be happy now. Appreciate all the amazing, incredible things that your body does for you every single day that you don't even think about. Walking, jumping, reaching up on the top shelf, being able to lift your kids up every day. Those are amazing things that we often just take for granted until it's too late. So Courtney, I hope that you found some of this helpful, and I hope you'll continue to stay dedicated to your workout plan, because in the long run, it's so worth it. Remember, the scale can't tell you anything about what's going on with your body. All it can tell you is whether or not you're losing weight, which just means you're lighter. And what is that? It doesn't tell you that you're stronger, you're more fit, you have more endurance, you have more vigor, you have more energy for all of the things that you enjoy doing. As always, thanks to you all for tuning in. I hope that you guys found this Q&A helpful. And please, if you have a question for me that you'd like me to tackle, leave it in the comments below and I'll answer it as soon as I can. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.